Greetings. This video I will show you how to create a Google Sites page, just the beginning skeleton steps. All right, so as you can see, I'm in my Google Drive. I'm also in the relevant folder, so just make sure that you have this open before you begin, because I made the mistake of having something else open and then I lost my website for a little bit. So make sure that you're in your photography folder on your Google Drive before you begin. So you go across to New and you press the New button, and we're going to go down to More. Okay, now you have a whole lot more options of what you want to create. So we are going to go to Google Sites, and then we're going to create in this folder. I'm going to say yes because mine's a shared folder. Yours probably won't say that. Cool. So just waiting for that. Very exciting. Cool. All right. So it's going to come up with this real basic page. What we need to do is to first of all name it. I would name it your name, just because that is a lot more useful to know. I'm going to call it Blog of Works. Cool. So I know what I just pressed there. I'm just going to go exit. Awesome. So this is how you first start it up. I'm just going to show you how this can go to, if it'll load, something that looks like this. So this is what my blog looks like now at the moment. So this is what can happen in a little bit of tweaking and just fiddling around with the settings. So as you can see, I have multiple pages along the top to keep all my content organized. And I have them called our topics for this term. So we have my home page, my postmodern frame page, appropriation, excuse me, and shock statement. So it's important that we are organizing our content the same as that, and I'll show you how. So this is just to show you what we're working towards. All right. Okay, so back here, let's look at themes. So my screen, I can move myself. Cool. I think I chose Diplomat. That's the one that I have on my page. But obviously mine doesn't look like this, does it? So I did a little bit of tweaking. I changed it to be like a really fun, bright color because that's just what I'm like. And then I changed my font style to be maybe more light. Maybe I chose heavy. I think I chose classic, actually. I think I left it like that. So you might like to do the same. There's lots of different types of styles. It just depends on how you want to, what you want to call it. In here, this is your homepage. I want you to call it something about postmodernism. Mine was called A Postmodern World. You can probably do something like that, or I don't know, have a bit of a play around like that. I want you to think that this is kind of your, like you're a journalist, like you are reporting on our current world, and this is your web page, and you're communicating with an audience, and you have like readers, which would be pretty cool. So, all right, so then my face is still in the way. Let's move me over there. Cool, so I've chosen my font, my style, like that. You can't really change all the fonts. You only have like 3 options per theme. So if you go to this one, you can only choose a couple of different fonts, but at least, yeah, you have some choices, which is pretty good. Awesome. So from there, I will go to my pages. I will set up all of my pages. So I know home is going to be like my welcome to my page kind of thing. And then here you're going to put in all of your pages. So you're going to call it, what was next? The modern type at the moment, sorry. Okay. and that'll be my next page. So I can just swap between pages, and they'll start to appear up the top here as well. Some of you may already know how to use this because of your history assessment task. Then new page. So you should end up with a few pages. So that's how you make different pages. Now, the cool thing is, so home page, you might want to keep this banner here, but on my postmodern page, I changed my header type just to be the title only, just to kind of keep things a little bit simple. And then when you want to insert content, you just drag. Well, you don't even have to drag on this one. You just press the button and it automatically comes up. And the cool thing is you can add titles. So I'm going to call this one title, and then some text, but I can actually highlight that and make it a title, which is pretty cool. And then underneath it, some more writing. I put title above it, or title. You can make different types of titles. So I would just suggest you go around and have a play around with it. It's actually really easy to use, which is awesome. So if you want to embed images, you know, if you want to have different layouts, you can add collapsible text, but you don't really need it for this one. I added a table of contents on mine, which, as you'll see here, just to show you what's on each page, which I actually really liked. And then it would, when it's a live version, if you click on it, it would take you down to that section. You're probably only going to need to know table of contents. Don't really need to worry about buttons or dividers or anything like that. If you want to add some YouTube clips, you can. You just, you know, go here and press YouTube, and it will come up with which video you want to embed in it. So pretty easy. Yes. So pretty simple, just writing what you need to write. Embedding the code, I might show you how to do that while I'm here. Later on, we do something with GIFs and making a GIF maker. So all you do is self-isolation, that's me. If you want to make a meme, I have further instructions on that later, but you can embed things like this on your page just by going to the embed and copying the code. So you might like to put that at any point. You might like to put some fun things on your blog even from the beginning. But all you do is go to the embed button, go to the embedded code and paste that in there and press next. Cool, and then insert it, and then it will pop up on your page and you can kind of move things around. If you want it to go next to your title or your text, you can. Just making everything bigger. So hopefully this has made enough sense. When you want to view it as a preview, like you want to see how it's going to look like to the public, if they were looking at your work, you would actually preview and it will come up with how it's going to look so far. So that's pretty cool. So if I go across to appropriation, it'll show me my appropriation page, my home page, which is cool. So then when you don't want to look at that anymore, you can see how it looked like on a mobile or a tablet. So exit the preview, and publishing it means you can share it with me then. So just going to publish, you need to make up a name. I think I already have this, so I'm just going to call it that 13. Yep. And publish it. So that means I can copy the published link, copy the link, and I can send it to like somebody if I wanted to share it with someone to show me my work, just to share it with me, something like that. I'll have further instructions on that at a later date. So yeah, that's how you make a Google site.